Good evening. Volunteers of the civilian-led convoy that reached about 50 nautical miles from Scarborough Shoal have concluded their mission and will now return to Subic port. In a social media post on Thursday, May 16, the Atinito coalition says they had already concluded the mission after accomplishing their three earlier objectives of the voyage's first phase. According to the group, they were able to conduct a peace and solidarity regatta of 100 small fishing boats in the country's exclusive economic zone. The group also placed symbolic markers carrying the message West Philippine Sea Atinito. The coalition says supplies were also distributed to a total of 144 Filipino fishers from 6 mother boats and 36 small fishing boats. Earlier Thursday, Atinito's report said that its 10-member advance team had arrived 25 to 30 nautical miles from the general vicinity of Scarborough Shoal and breached China's illegal blockade. Atinito Chief Convener Rafaela David earlier said 1,000 liters of diesel and 200 food packs were distributed to the fishers in the area, despite the presence of a People's Liberation Army Navy ship with bow number 175. The helicopter boarded by senators on its way to Pagasa Island received a radio challenge from China. During the groundbreaking ceremony of a Philippine Navy barracks and a rural health unit in Pagasa Island, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri says they were alarmed by the verbal warnings that their plane received as they landed. While Zubiri did not detail what words were specifically used by China in its radio challenge, he says it is saddening that Filipinos are being told to leave its own country. Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva backs Zubiri's words, emphasizing that Filipinos shouldn't let China bully the Philippines. The C-212 plane, boarded by selected media representatives, including INQUIRER.net, likewise received a radio challenge from China. Despite China's sweeping territorial claims, Pag-asa Island, located at least 200 nautical miles off Palawan, remains within Philippine territory. Chinese vessels were seen loitering near Pag-asa Island during the groundbreaking ceremony of a Philippine Navy barracks and a super rural health unit in the area. According to Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gavan, 22 Chinese militia vessels and Chinese Coast Guard ships were spotted 3 to 4 nautical miles from Pag-asa Island. On Thursday, May 16, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri flew to Pag-asa Island in the municipality of Kalayaan in Palawan for the groundbreaking ceremony of a Philippine Navy barracks and a super rural health unit. He was joined by Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, Deputy Majority Leader J.V. Ejercito, and Defense Chief Gibo. According to Zubiri, the establishment of these infrastructure projects is in line with the government's bid to boost the Filipino presence in the West Philippine Sea and prevent China's illegal incursions. Pag-asa is an island in the Kalayaan chain, located at least 285 nautical miles from Palawan, within the country's exclusive economic zone. The Philippines has long established military and civilian presence in the area. President Bongbong Marcos says his administration would not let agents within the country destabilize the government. Speaking with army troops at Camp Edilberto Evangelista in Cagayan de Oro City, Marcos stresses the importance of loyalty to the country. Former Senator Antonio Trillanes IV previously claimed that some active senior members of the Philippine National Police were trying to recruit members to take part in a purported scheme to oust Marcos. Aside from the active police senior officials, Trillanes also claimed the former police officials, mostly from Davao, as well as a former PNP chief, are also part of the supposed destabilization plot. But PNP Chief General Romel Marbel earlier said he is confident that there is no truth to rumors involving the organization to the latest ouster plot against Marcos. The House of Representatives Committee on Human Rights is prepared to investigate the alleged extra-judicial killings committed in the past administration's war against illegal drugs. During a press briefing on Thursday, May 16, panel head Representative Bienvenido Abante says the committee met on Wednesday to discuss how it would move forward when it starts the hearing on May 22. According to Abante, they will conduct the inquiry based on the principle that suspects who died during the drug war were not able to defend themselves in court.
Alleged drug users and dealers po sila, di po sila na-convict because these alleged EJK victims were silenced, they were denied their rights. Now, it is our responsibility to the victims of alleged extrajudicial killings and their families to seek the truth.
Abante says past officials of former President Rodrigo Duterte's administration may be invited. These include Duterte's second Philippine National Police Chief General Oscar Albayalde and former Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara. Abante also mentions that they would not invite Duterte and his first PNP chief, Senator Bato de la Rosa, as they may not be able to appear in the probe in the first place. Meanwhile, Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong says they want to exercise parliamentary courtesy to De La Rosa, given that he is a member of Congress too.
In addition po to what Manong Benny said, I think the House really gives primacy on the parliamentary courtesy principle. No, I think what you have mentioned earlier, you asked about those personalities, and Senator Bato is a sitting senator, so we maintain a parliamentary courtesy.
The Philippine National Police says photos or evidence allegedly showing former police officer Alan de Castro and missing beauty queen Katherine Camilon kissing were not enough to prove the kidnapping and serious illegal detention complaints against the former cop. PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo says the photos of the two were among the evidence submitted to the prosecutor's office of Batangas City. Fajardo says the photos were found to be insufficient and do not prove a kidnapping and serious illegal detention. According to Fajardo, the resolution said evidence presented failed to prove that there was a conspiracy within and among respondents De Castro, Jeffrey Ariola Magpantay, and the two other accused who have not yet been named. Fajardo adds that the Special Investigation Task Group Camilon is already studying the possibility of filing an appeal against the dismissal of cases. In November, the PNP filed kidnapping and serious illegal detention complaints against De Castro, Magpantay, and the two referred to as John Does in the complaint sheet. Also in November, the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group said De Castro admitted to having a relationship with Camilon. But despite the officer's revelation, CIDG Director Major General Romeo Caramat said De Castro remained silent when it came to matters related to the beauty queen's disappearance. Camilon was reported missing by her mother and sister days after the beauty queen traveled from Tuy to Batangas City on October 12, 2023. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Scarborough civilian convoy concludes mission and will now return to Subic port. China issues radio challenge against the aircraft of senators on their way to Pagasa Island. And President Bongbong Marcos says his administration would not let agents within the country destabilize the government. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.